Hi guys, and welcome to French 1A Module 2. Alright, this week we're going to be doing our grammar overview, which today is going to mean that we're going to fill in two big charts. Now don't be overwhelmed because this is the first time that we're going to see it, and then we're going to review it all year long, okay? Alright, so here is the beginning of Module 2, okay? And you'll see that we're using Module 2 and Module 3 to do our grammar overview, okay? So for the next 2 weeks, we'll be going over all the grammar. Alright, so let's talk about nouns. You may remember that a noun is a person, place, or thing, and there shouldn't be an S on nouns, sorry. A noun is a person, place, or thing. Alright, so here are two nouns in French, the girl and the movie. La fille and le film. Alright, now you may notice that the word for the is different in those, la and le. Okay, that's because in French we have gender. There are two genders in French. They are masculine and feminine. Okay, le is masculine, la is feminine. Let's do two more words. Le croissant, the croissant, and la baguette, the baguette, okay? Le croissant is masculine, la baguette is feminine. Let's talk about another way to say that we have a certain gender in French. Those are the words for a or an. Okay, there are three ways to say a or an. They are un, une, and des. Un is for masculine words, une is for feminine words, and des is for plural words. Okay? So here are some example sentences, and I know you don't know all the words in these sentences, and that's totally fine, because you're looking at them for the first time, and you're going to learn them starting from now on, and I'll tell you what all of them are, okay? So let's do the first one. She eats a croissant. Elle mange un croissant. Elle, she, mange is eats, and un croissant is a croissant. I eat an apple. Je mange une pomme. Je is I, mange is eat, une pomme is an apple. You eat apples. Tu manges des pommes. Tu is you, mange is eat, des pommes is apples. Now, did you notice in English, I didn't say anything for des? Des is invisible in English, okay? It has to go in French, but it's invisible in English. We don't say it. Let's do the ways to say the. There are 4 ways to say the, and they are le, la, le, and les. Now, can you guess, based on what you know already, why we have 4 different ways? Okay, you may have guessed gender, masculine and feminine, okay? But what about the other 2? All right, so the first one, le, is masculine, la is feminine, and le with an apostrophe is just a special one for words that start with a vowel. Okay, so write all of that in. You can write a parentheses M for le, a parentheses F for la, and a parentheses vowel for L apostrophe. The last one, les, is for plural words. Let's do 3 examples, or 4 examples. She eats the croissant. Elle mange le croissant. Remember in the box above we did un croissant? Now we're doing le croissant. A croissant, the croissant. I eat the apple. Je mange la pomme. Une pomme, la pomme. An apple, the apple. I go to school. Je vais à l'école. Je means I, vais means go, à means to, l'école means school. It starts with a vowel, so it needs an L apostrophe. You eat the apples. Tu manges les pommes. Les pommes. Remember des pommes, apples? Now we have les pommes, the apples. Let's talk about the number of nouns, okay? So in French, there are two ways to make nouns plural. You can either add an S to the end, or if a word ends in EAU, you can add EAUX. All right, so to pluralize, you either add S or EAUX for EAU words. So here's some examples. The word for chalkboard is un tableau, un tableau. If we want to make that plural, chalkboards, we add X. Des tableaux. So an EAU word becomes an EAUX word for plural. Below that, we have apple, une pomme. If we want to say apples, we say des pommes with an S. Now, did you notice that our final X and our final S are both silent? Remember that from the sounds chart? They don't say anything. All right, next let's talk about the subject pronouns, okay? These are the ways to say I, you formal, he, she, it, one, we, y'all, they, and they. All right, so let's go over these. All right, so I is je, you is tu, you formal is vous, he is il, she is elle, it can either be il or elle, depending on if it's masculine or feminine. One is on, we is nous, y'all is vous, they, if it's a masculine or mixed group, is il, and they, if it's only feminine, is elle. All right, let's do verbs. Did you remember that a verb is an action word? In French, the to form of the verb is called the infinitive. Okay, so for instance, if we say to be, that's the infinitive. To be in French is être. All right, let's do the next two boxes, okay? Here's a bunch of infinitives that you're going to memorize. To be, to have, to eat, to wait, to go, to make or to do, to like or to love, to finish. Okay? Let's read them all together. Être, avoir, manger, attendre, aller, faire, aimer, finir. Now, did you notice that in English, there's a bunch of tos? To be, to have, to eat, to wait, to go, to make or to do, to like or to love, to finish. And there's only one word in French. Do you see that? Être, avoir, manger, attendre, aller, faire, aimer, finir. Well, I want you to think about that one word in French as including the to. Okay? It's just all folded up in there. Let's talk about adjectives. In French, adjectives have a special place in the sentence. They come after the noun. Okay? In English, they become before the noun. If you say red apple, red is the adjective. It's before apple, the noun. But in French, you are going to have to say apple red. Okay? Adjectives describe nouns. So here are two adjectives in French. Happy, content, and sad, triste. All right, so if we want to say the happy boy, we've actually got to say the boy happy, right? That's just how they do it in French. Okay, so we'll say le garçon content. The boy happy, the happy boy. Le garçon content. The sad film. Le film triste. Let's talk about adverbs, okay? Adverbs describe verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. So here are two adverbs in French. Very, très, and quite, assez. All right, so adverbs in French often end in ment, which is pronounced mon. Okay? ly in English is just like mon in French. So let's try to convert a couple of adjectives into adverbs. All right, so the word for total in French is total. But if we want to make it totally, we just add mon, totalement. The word for perfect in French is parfait. If we want to make it perfectly, we just add mon, parfaitement. All right, guys, so that is the end of French 1A Module 2. This week you'll be memorizing and doing your Quizlet and doing exercises that have to do with all of this grammar, okay? And again, if you feel overwhelmed by the amount, don't worry, we're going to review it all year long. You're just doing it all for the first time this week. All right, I will see you in Module 3.